Hey y'all, so it's your girl coming back to you all with this awkward angle, and if you've seen me in this type of start, you know that your girl's gonna shop her stash. I've been doing a lot of new makeup videos lately where I'm showing you guys the new products that I've been picking up. I've been kind of giving you guys really quick reviews. It just depends on how often I've used the product prior to kind of getting on film. And I had to take a break yesterday, and so doing so, I've kind of changed my filming schedule, and I would prefer to talk about the next product that I'm going to talk about, at least having tried it twice. And I prefer to try my products for a full day. I don't like to kind of put on an eye look, then take it off, and then put on another eye look, and then kind of review the product. I prefer to wear the products twice. So, long story short, going through my collection was trying to the next best thing. Also, I've been, like I said, doing a lot of kind of new products, reviews and stuff. And I like to kind of always try and find the balance. Even if I may be buying too much stuff in a month, I try and find the balance for how I present that stuff and how I use that stuff. So we're going to shop through my collection. I'm not going to shop through my new section, which is what I've typically done. I am going to purely shop through my legitimate collection. And this will be the first time I believe I've done that. So that'll be new for you all. And hopefully by the time I'm done, my nose will stop itching. Who knows? That's it. That's it. Get some makeup on this face. And yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, so this is kind of my top drawer when it comes to specifically just my base products. As you can see, I don't really have all that much, but I do want to look into this section, specifically the foundations, because I am getting down there on my current foundation and I want to see what it is that I may feel comfortable putting on in the next couple of months. So I have two of these drugstore foundations, and I did do a review years ago when this one came out, stating that they were basically the same foundation. In case you're wondering, I don't think this full spectrum line is still out. I think this CoverGirl is still out though. But I'm trying to remember. I think for some reason this is actually older than those two. I don't know. It's been years since I've really actively picked up foundations. So these are my foundations. I have the two that are basically CoverGirl. I have the one Too Faced. I have the Smashbox, and then I have the Fenty. I know the Fenty is the newest out of all of these, so that's definitely not going to be the one that I try and project pan next. And I want to say the Smashbox is actually one of the darkest between the Smashbox and the Too Faced, and we are coming into summer. So let's be smart. Let's be smart. I would rather get my use out of one of these two. Let's try this. Let's try the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear, and this is in 4.3. So let's see what this looks like on my skin. Concealer wise, I have this dark thing. This is the only concealer pretty much in here, and we'll take it. This is number 6. This is way too dark for me, but I will try doing the underpainting method today. Let's see. I have these two brow products, which it's not really new. Like, these are old products. I'm gonna use something else that's somewhere else, so I'm not going to bother with that. This is something I do want to kind of get more understanding of this. So I actually am going to pull this out again. My freckle products. Do I want to put a freckle on? Why not? I'll actually pull it just to see. I may get some use out of that. And then I'm running low on my powder too, so it'd be good to kind of see what powder I want to replace. And since that foundation is so glowy, I think I'm gonna go with this one, and hopefully this will kind of offset the coloring between the foundation and the concealer. Who knows? Let's see what's next. This is lip liners. I have another lip liner, so I'll showcase that. This is eyeliners. I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do today makeup wise. Absolutely no idea, but I don't know. Let's pull this out. These are really, I actually quite like these. LA Girl neon liners. This one happens to be in Fresh, so I'll pull this. Something that I did have a mind to really look into today, and of course my other storage is in the way. Well, this is kind of my single eye shadow drawer, and I don't get a lot of use out of this drawer, so I do want to pull something. Is this a cream? No, this is a glitter. I want to pull something from here. Let me see. These are really pretty from MAC. Which one is this? This one is Joy 2. This looks pretty, but I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to pull. And this one is Major Win. So yeah, we're going to pull that one. Alrighty, what's next? What's this? This is cream products. So this has my cream blushes, my cream bronzers, and my cream highlighters all in the same basket. And I have been thinking about retesting out these Tower 28 blushes, and come on. So I have quite a few. So this one is their bronzer, so no. This one is in Peach Beach Please. It's kind of a neutral tone. Then this is another one of their bronzers. And then this is the one that is in Happy Hour. I'm pretty sure between the two, I don't actually remember which one. Let's go with Happy Hour to try and add some brightness to this look. Or maybe I should do this one. I'm going to go with this one. This one is Beach Please. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. And then I also talked about before that I wanted to kind of get some more use out of this Danessa Myricks highlighter. And this is Hot Water. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this as well. It is her cream highlighter. Okay, and then I guess we should pull a cream bronzer as well. What cream bronzer should I pull? Oh, maybe I should pull the Fenty. I'm gonna pull the Fenty, and this is in chocolate. Oh, sorry. This is in chocolate 06. So there you go. Okay. Alrighty, so we have one powder. If I need another powder, I'll kind of just hop over here. Maybe I'll just do a full-on cream look today. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, just to try something new, we'll just try the Hydro Grip setting spray. I don't think I've actually ever tried this. I just loved the primer, and so I picked the duo up. So now we go to lips. I don't have as big of a lip collection as I used to, which actually I'm not mad at by any means. But let's see what we may get into. I do like, let's see. I haven't used one of these in a while. And these are both from Odens Eye. Maybe I'll pick up Little Jasmin. Yeah, I'm gonna pull Little Jasmin. I may pull in another product as well. Ooh, you know what? This could be something fun. This is a really bright lip, and this is from Morphe in the shade Hotshot. So we'll pull those two, and like I said, if I need to, I'll come back. And then we have my drawers over here. Don't mind this mess down here, okay? So I store my palettes in these two Next fabric organizers, boxes, I don't really know. And so I have absolutely no idea what palette I want to play with. but I have so many, which is fun. It's fun to kind of shop my own collection, shop my own stash to see what would be fun to play with. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do this. I have been wanting to play with some corals. So this is the Violet Voss Coral Crush palette. So I'm gonna pull that. And then I was also kind of reaching for this one too, which is, I believe this is a black owned brand, and this is ISlay Cosmetics, the Slayer palette. Maybe I'll pull this too for some deepener shades to go along with that coral palette. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get to it. I literally don't have another primer that's truly a primer. So I am just going to go ahead and use my Project Pan primer for you all today, which is the Hydro Grip from Milk Cosmetics. I've really been enjoying this primer a lot. I think that it's really good at setting a base, creating a barrier between my skin and my makeup. But I also think that it does a really good job at getting the foundation to really grip, as is the name suggests, to my skin and kind of stay there. So if you have a foundation that maybe you're having difficulty getting it to kind of last for a longer period of time, maybe try and get a sample of this primer, because I really do think that it does a really good job. I've seen it, but you know, proof's in the pudding. Try and get a sample if you can. Okay, so I already went ahead and wet my sponge. I do prefer applying my foundation, my concealer, all of that with a sponge. So next I'm going to be using my Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. Like I said, this is in the shade 4.3. And I'm pretty sure this is like a deeper foundation shade. Oh, no. Hot scratch it. No, this is not what I was supposed to do next. Next, I was supposed to underpaint. I guess I'm not underpainting. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do what it does. Okay, so this is the foundation on my skin. Yeah, this looks pretty deep for me, but this could be a good shade for me in the summer. This past month has been very, very hectic for me life-wise, and I have not really worked out outside as consistently as I previously would. So you're not going to really see that tan that I was starting to develop. I can gain a tan very quickly, but I lose it very quickly as well. So what little tan I was developing, you can't really see it. And seems like I underestimated the amount of foundation I need for the amount of coverage that I like. So as I've said, I feel like quite a bit on my channel, I do like a nice medium coverage when it comes to my foundation. I do have hyperpigmentation. I do have scars from stupid mistakes. So I do like to kind of slightly cover them up, but also I don't mind if you can full on see my scar, although with the combination of my cream bronzer and stuff, typically people can't see my scar anymore. So you can see that's definitely not my shade right now, like nowhere near, but I do get decently dark in the summer, and so I think this could be a shade that would be smart for me to potentially put into my project pan if and when it is time for me to roll it in. And I just wanted to wear it again just to see, you know, if I even like the foundation, because I remember liking it, but that was years ago, different skin, different preferences, all of that. So now we're just going to throw on this Juvia's Place concealer and hope that it's not too deep. I feel like I haven't really been able to really get my bearings on this particular foundation or concealer, mainly because it's too dark. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same shade as that Smashbox. So, you know, I don't really get the type of color that I would like. Actually, I think this is deeper than the Smashbox. It just deepened up that area. Oh gosh. I mean, I think it's good on coverage and everything, but because it's not the shade that I particularly want, it's hard for me to say if I like the actual product. And I've had this now, I want to say, going on 3 summers. So if I don't get any use out of this product now, this summer, I'm getting rid of it, because obviously it's not a product that I'm gonna get any form of use out of. Now, I mean, I think my skin looks nice. I think, you know, you can see still some hyperpigmentation down here. I think this concealer is quite nice coverage, so it did really good to cover up that scar. Maybe I'll add some over here, just to kind of, I guess, even out my whole skin. I don't really know, but you can clearly see that I think the concealer is a deeper shade than the actual the actual foundation shade that I put on. That's hilarious. Ugh, leave it to me. But it's okay. It's okay. I just want to see what the formulas are like today. And I'm not really leaving my house. I'm exhausted from life. So I'm not leaving my house today. So it'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right, so concealer, foundation are on. Now I like to put on my cream bronzer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. And this, like I said, is the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer in 06. So this will be interesting to see if this cream bronzer will even show up on this combination. This is quite dark combination for me. And so it'll be good to see if it actually shows up. So we're just pouncing, as is normally how I apply my cream bronzer. I think that this cream bronzer is really nice. It's not like full coverage, which can be good. I think this will go really nicely with any like medium to light coverage base products that you put on, because it doesn't have all that much coverage, but in a good way. So I don't think there is that much dimension that this product actually added to my face, because of how dark that concealer combination with that powder, with that foundation is. That's actually really comical. But yeah, I think my skin still looks really nice overall though. I don't think it looks bad to any extent. So we're gonna just keep going with it, and we're gonna keep putting on all the creams that I put. So I have my Tower 28 Beach Please, and I do just go ahead and use my sponge. I just find an empty spot that doesn't have any product, and I just pick up the product, and then I just pounce her on. Now I am specifically putting this on in this kind of part of my makeup routine, because this blush formulation does not dry down. So for me, I don't like that. No, I don't have hair that's really going to get caught into it. My hair is pretty much, you put her up, she's up, okay? But at the same time, I just don't want to feel sticky, and I feel sticky unless everything is set down. So that's why I do that. And then for the highlighter, I tend to actually use my finger for this. And this, like I said, is the Danessa Myricks highlighter in it's her Duet in hot water. And I tend to kind of focus it up here where I would highlight. I don't really try and mix too much in the blush area, or where I put blush, more or less. I really just like to kind of highlight that high point of my cheekbone. Okay, and then I am just going to put it on my Cupid's bow and on the tip of my nose and up here. So really glowy. What I'm gonna do is open up now the powder that I pulled out, which there's a lot of kick up. I don't know why there was so much kick up on this. I haven't used this in quite some time. I'm gonna use this, what is this? This is a Real Techniques BOM 37. And what I'm gonna do is just use this product to set everywhere. I do like to, of course, start with my under eyes, and I will get up close to the camera just to make sure, the mirror, just to make sure that that was properly set. But this is a nice brush. You don't get too much powder on there, but you also can kind of feel secure in the fact that you actually set the area that the brush kind of went over. So for those of the people who, you know, you want to set because you have maybe combination or oily skin, but you don't want to lose that full-on glow. Maybe try finding a brush where you get just a nice dusting of product and you don't really full on, you know, full on cover up the glow. So that's that. I think you can definitely still see some glow on my cheek area. That Danessa Myricks, you see that popping through still? She's really, really nice. I think though, I definitely lost the blush from what I can tell. And I definitely lost the bronzer, but like I said, the bronzer didn't really show up too much with this color combination, but that highlighter is still popping through, which is really, really nice. And I don't remember if I said this is the Every Hue Beauty cinnamon shade. This is their setting powder. I found this in Target a couple of years ago, but I do not believe they are still available in Target. So yeah, that's that. Now I figured let's just go ahead and tackle my lips and then we can zoom on in. For my lip liner today, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Kolda lip liner. I picked this up when, I think around the time that this brand launched this range, because I just really wanted to get something from the range and I couldn't justify getting like a lipstick that they launched. So I figured let's get this. I go through lip liners very quickly and it is a roll up though. So do keep that in mind if you are one of those people who does prefer a pencil lip liner. But that is the shade on my complexion. Well, on the combination. Although now I think that powder didn't do half bad. Okay, I do want to just go ahead and set my base with my setting spray. I do tend to do that after I've kind of put my full base down. So let's do that. Okay, it's a very nice mist. It was by like 2 different products. Like, you know how it separates, so you do need to shake it up before you apply it. But it really went on quite nicely. It's a very small amount of product. I wonder if this is the full size or a mini. This is a 50 milliliter. I don't know if this is full size or mini, but if that's full size, that's quite small. I did forget to put the lip product on, and I did choose 2 different lip products. I chose a liquid lipstick, and this is a liquid lipstick, but it's more of a lip cream. I would say it doesn't feel as kind of mattifying. Oh, actually, no, this is the gloss. I must have gotten rid of the lip cream version that I had. So this is the lip. This is the one from Odens Eye in Little Jasmin, and then from Morphe in Hotshot. Ooh, this is looking nice and chunky. This is probably the last season I'm going to be able to use this one. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do... I did fill in my whole lips, so this whole area is going to show up a little bit darker. But I'm going to go ahead and put on this Morphe liquid lipstick. Like I said, it looks like this is going to be the last year I'm going to be able to use it. So why not get some use out of it now? It still smells good, but it's looking a little bit more chunky than what I remember. Not bad at all, and it's starting to dry down already, which is nice. Very, very nice. And if I feel like there's too much drying down, I will just go ahead and top it off with a gloss. But for right now, I'm feeling pretty good. Next, I wanted to do my brows, and we're going to just use the KVD Signature Brow Pencil. So this is something that I showcased in a new makeup Get Ready With Me. And I don't think I've ever kind of come back. I don't think I've come back yet to tell you guys my thoughts. But we're just going to go ahead and shop, like I said, my stash and highlight this product. I think it is a really nice product. I like the shade, although it is quite dark. I think this is more leaning towards black than black brown, but it's not a bad product. I like the undertone. I think it works for my brow hairs, and I actually like the wax formula. Like, it's not too waxy and it's not too hard either. I think it just applies beautifully And you don't need to really put too much pressure, but you do need to know about the weird shape. It is like in an oval shape. So if that was something that, you know, you're not willing to kind of maybe get used to or whatever, that is something of note. Now let's go into the NYX brow gel. I just remember not liking it because there was so much product on the brush, but I like the size brush, so I figured I'd try it again where I just take off a whole bunch of product. Duh. So yeah, let's just get some more use out of this. All right, let's see how well that holds for me today. I did forget that I pulled the freckle pen. I don't really feel like putting too many freckles on. I do have like 3 different freckle pens, and I used to, when I was like really into this, use all 3. But we're just gonna use the 2 that I can find right now. I don't know where I think it's the Lottie London one. I can't seem to find that one. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit for like a hot second, and then I'll tap them out. And I'm using the Kimchi and the Freckle Nior. When I go to do it, I don't know if I do it right, but I just tap it out with my makeup sponge. And if I let them sit long enough, they'll kind of look like they blend in with my skin tone a little bit better because I went with the sponge instead of, you know, something else. And then just to double up, I don't really have all that many extra eyeshadow primers that I can really shop my stash. I think really if we're gonna do like full-on eyeshadow primer that I can use with this type of eye look that I want to do, it's going to be Natasha Denona. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull her out. Yeah, I just go through my eyeshadow primers. I don't really let them sit, and the other ones are like not a shade that will help with these brighter tones. If I was doing more neutral look, I did have more eyeshadow primers I could use, but otherwise this is kind of the only primer right now in my collection that will work. So shout out down below if you have a primer that you like that is lighter skin tone, so something to this effect that you think does really good with highlighting or kind of working on lighter eyeshadow colors. I know some people have been really enjoying like About Face, and I was looking into it, but I just never pulled the trigger on yet another release. Okay, so I have this palette, which is the Slayer palette, and then I also have the Coral palette from Violet Voss. I have absolutely no idea what I want to do, but I do remember just wanting to get some use out of those corals, and I think it will actually work with my lip color today. So let's get some fresh brushes. Let's not dawdle with the old brushes that I've already used and abused, and let's see what we can come up with. I don't really know, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun. That's what I know. I do know that. Let's first go into the shade Obsessed, which is kind of in this palette a mid to deeper toned coral-ish shade. And I'm gonna start with that in this outer V area. This is looking to be more pinky toned. Not the most vibrant pigmented, but I will work with it. I'm then gonna take a fluffy blending brush. This is the 16 from Wayne Goss, and I am gonna go into the shade Sunshine, which is the yellow in this palette. And I'm just going to kind of fluff that up here in this inner corner. because I really just did not like what this inner corner is looking like. It's just looking very, I don't even know, just looking very subtle compared to the outer corner for some unknown reason. So I'm just gonna really focus this up here. But like I said, I'm just highlighting this inner part with that yellow. And because it's mixing with that pink in the crease, it's kind of lightening it up, so it kind of looks a little bit more justified why that shade is just so light over there. And I'm gonna try and just deepen her up all throughout the crease because it just looked super light and I don't know why. So I'm just gonna try and pack this on. There we go. I think it looks a lot better now. Interesting. Okay, all right, so we're gonna work with that. And you know what, while I'm here, I'm just gonna take a brush really quick and set my brow bone highlight just with this light whitish color, just to get that contrast and to make sure that I don't lose that kind of arc that I have up there. Okay, and then I'll also make it easier for me to blend this out without it getting caught on that primer area up there. So this is, it's not terrible so far. It's not terrible. Okay, now I want to deepen this whole kit and caboodle. Okay, the whole kit and caboodle. And I remember finessing being able to deepen it up with this palette, but I didn't really like it. I didn't. So we're gonna go into her. Okay, and I think what I want to start out with is I Dare You, which is still sticking with the kind of pinkier tone, but it's more of a maroon type shade. And then I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. I don't think I ever told you guys what this is. This is the BH Cosmetics 7 from their Marble collection. And I'm going to take the Obsessed shade from the Coral Crush palette. And I'm just going to blend that I Dare You shade out. This is looking pretty good so far. Let's just stick with one eye and I'll do the other eye off camera. I am gonna go in with an even smaller brush. This is the Firm Precision Blender from Sigma Beauty, and this is the E42. And I am gonna go ahead and go in with LBD, which now I know means little black dress. And I'm gonna take that on this brush and just start off at the lash line and blend slightly up. I don't want this to overtake that outer V, but I do want to just add some amount of depth out there in that area. And then of course connect up top with the lower lash line. And then if you're feeling froggy, as always, just go ahead and go back with your old brushes just to kind of lighten that depth. And for my lid, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try this. Have I tried this on camera with you all? I don't even know. This is the Clarity Cosmetics Stick It To You. This is their glitter primer. And so I'm gonna try this with a crown brush. I think crown brushes are they still in business? I don't even know. And I'm just going to cut my lid really quickly. Okay, so lid is cut, everything is looking good to go. I'm gonna hop back into my Coral Crush palette, and on my lid I think I want to go into the shade Passion, this looks really, really pretty. So I think I want to go ahead and put that on my lid, if it will pick up. Okay, I don't know if it's the brush, the shadow, or what, but it's picking up really, really weirdly. Okay, I don't know why it picked up really weirdly. I'm just gonna go over it with one layer with my finger. And that's looking really, really nice. I feel like I lost a little bit of that orange, or not the orange, the yellow in the inner corner, but I will try and go back to kind of reinforce that. And then for my inner corner highlight, it's between Glow Up from the Coral palette and Riches from the Slayer palette. Oh, I'm gonna do Glow Up because this is a lot more warmer toned eye look. So in case you're wondering, Glow Up is right here. It is right above Passion, which was the shade that I just put on. Okay, so I am going to hop off camera. I'm going to do eyeliner, I'm going to do mascara, and I'm also going to just intensify this upper corner, the yellow, just so that the whole look, it just all comes together. And then I'll come here to show you guys the finished look. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I almost forgot to use the actual last product, and I'm going to throw on the lip gloss as well. And this is the MAC Major Win in the Shiny Pretty Shadow collection, and I just wanted to use all the products, and I put it on the other eye and it actually looked really nice. I've applied it as its single shadow, but it also looks really nice just topping over what I already have here, and I feel like it brings the lid shade together with this crease look even more, and I think it looks really, really nice. So like I said, I am just gonna go ahead and throw on the gloss just so that I use literally everything that I pulled out. Anyways, this is the look. Okay, like I said, this is my finished look. I understand that some of the products really don't work, but I'm gonna run through the products really quickly, just to tell you guys my good happies or bads. As for my complexion, I think that both of these products so far are fine. I definitely think that this is, honestly, I think I'm just gonna throw this away. Even for the summer, I just think that this is too deep for even what I can get to during the summer. This one though, I think I can actually get this dark during the summer, and I think this is a feasible foundation for me to wear, if not by itself, mixing with something that is more of my traditional shade. So that's that for those two. Powder, I think the powder was really, really nice. It gave me a nice kind of balancing of back to like my normal skin tone, which is why I kept it. So I definitely think I'm going to use this a lot during the summer, specifically if I really do put in that Smashbox foundation for the summertime as my Project Pan foundation. The cream products that I used, my cream bronzer, I really like this, even though it didn't show up very well on this kind of combination of base products. I think it's a really, really nice cream bronzer. Highly recommend it. As for the cream blush, I think that it's fine, but just the fact that I have to put it under my powder and then I don't feel like it really shows up after I kind of powder, even as light of a powdering as I did today, it's slightly disappointing, but I have the product, so I'm going to continue to use it, continue to see if I can get some use out of it, get different, you know, applications. I don't really know. Danessa Myricks. This was something I forgot about, but I really think that this is the one cream product that really is still showing itself, and I really appreciate that. So definitely like this, definitely need to remember to use this more often, and now I want to see if I like this more than the Merit Beauty, or if I like the Merit Beauty more than this. So that'll be intriguing. I also have now the Charlotte Tilbury, and there's clearly something on my nose. I keep itching it. Anyways, I now have the Charlotte Tilbury, so it'll be interesting to see kind of who comes out on top through all those three cream products. Lips really quickly. I like both of these formulas. That's why they've stayed in my collection for so long. This is probably on its way out. Honestly, if I was a good human being, I would throw this away as soon as I throw away the Juvia's Place. But I don't know. I think I might want to keep this around till the end of the summer, and then I'll kind of get rid of it. This is still really, really good. No problems there. And like I said, the only reason I'm thinking about getting rid of this is the actual product is just clumpier than it once was. And so that's like a signal that it's turning. And so yeah, that's pretty much why I'm even considering getting rid of that. So far, I think this is fine. I don't know. We'll have to see full days wear, if my makeup stays longer or anything like that. But so far, nice. I still have a very much glowy look to my base, which is good. I think this is actually good. So it feels a lot drier now that I actually like scraped off the applicator, and I feel like my brows are actually sticking up. So I'll be excited to see how long this lasts. Let's see. The two eyeshadow palettes. I like this eyeshadow palette. I think it has really pretty colors, and I'm really happy that my friend picked it up for me, but it's just not dark enough for me. I would really love like a black or even a deeper brown. This brown, I just remember I thought it was okay, but it just wasn't giving me all that I wanted, specifically now that I've kind of matured, I feel, in the amount of depth that I really like in my looks. I'm still loving this palette and this formula. I haven't gone back to the brand, but there's no reason for that. I just haven't. But really good formula, really good quality. I really like that. LA Girl, still loving it, no worries on that. And MAC, loving it. Loving it so much. I just never remember to go into that drawer to reach for these single pot shadows, but I am going to continue to keep them because they are beautiful. So that's the face. I believe I touched on everything. The freckle products are fine. Nothing, no big deal there. But yeah, I don't want this video to be too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys on Wednesday with another video on my channel. I think Wednesday I'm going to highlight the Gemini palette from Melt Cosmetics. Okay, I'll see you guys then. Bye guys.